welcome back. Today, I'm waiting for our guest and my partner to join the meeting, but today we are going to be starting the Behind the Brand segment. Let's get started. So, everybody, welcome to Supplement Kitchen's 2021 news segment of Behind the Brand. Today we have on with us Power Supplements, right?
Yeah, that's it. You got it.
And if you want to introduce yourself.
Yeah, how's it going, everybody? My name's Will, founder of Power Supplements. We've been a brand for about 3 years now. A couple products that have been launched while we've been up and running. A lot of different events and things that we put together on there, and kind of just doing the grind every day.
Fair enough.
Yep.
In this space that is a crazy game, in an oversaturated market for one. And two, it seems to be an industry full of jealousy, I guess.
A bit.
Yeah, so.
It's a little bit of a shouting match.
Yeah, we could probably go on days for that. We'll save that for another day. So let's jump right in here. So you've already told us a little bit about yourself. Now let's talk about your brand. So let's dive a little deep into that. Why did you choose the name Power Supplements? The reason for starting the brand, and then tell us a little bit about your products currently, and if you want to tell us about anything upcoming or tease it a little bit.
Sure. So the name Power Supplements kind of came from a brainstorming session. When we originally started, it actually was an acronym for Performance with Results, and we were going by PWR for probably almost our first year. Like, we actually made sure that the letters were all spaced out on there. However, it just got too confusing for people, and everyone was calling us Power anyways, so we kind of just migrated with the name. The brand was PWR Supplements, and then all of our products were branded with like Power Rush, Power Down, and kind of everything that played in with that marketing play for it. But yeah, that's kind of where that came from. There really wasn't too much behind it, other than we were all just kind of sitting around shooting the shit and said, hey, we like that one. So that was it. Hired somebody on Fiverr to make our logo. I mean, it was the most basic startup that you could possibly get. Like, we did it everything like a garage startup should be. But yeah, that's pretty much how that all came about from the marketing standpoint for it. Why we got into dietary supplements. There was a group of 5 of us that when we started, and all of us were lifting together, hanging out. We had all went to high school, and two of our partners are professional bodybuilders. Other one's a personal trainer. I do endurance races. I put on I work for Ironman a little bit in the summertime, and then I put on like 5Ks and other triathlons all throughout the year. So we're pretty much in the fitness space for the most part, and kind of were just tired of paying for supplements. So we said, like, we could probably do this better than everybody else, as the cocky individuals that we thought we were. And we did it. And the joke is that when you think you're starting a supplement brand, because you are tired of paying for them, it's actually the most you will ever fucking pay for dietary supplements. When you're dropping $10,000 for a pre-workout, like, just to get one run in, as opposed to $20 to $30, you miss those days, I'll tell you that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the original concept came up as it wasn't to be like doing pre-workouts or any of the other BCAAs, anything that we had when we came up. We actually wanted to start off by making protein shake additives, and ended up never getting around to it. We needed too much R&D, and then while we were learning about that whole process, we found out that it was just going to be way easier to get our brand off the ground and then try and circle back to that, and then never really did it because it honestly just doesn't need to be in the market. We wanted to have something where it was like imagine like a little like energy shot that you'd pick up like at the counter of like a convenience store that was like I don't know, it tasted like strawberry. Yeah, honestly, something like that, and it would have like extra things to go with the protein. So you'd have like a creatine in there, and then like some other maybe like adaptogens, some other things for recovery. But then it would also like enhance the flavor a little bit. So if you had like a chocolate, you could add like a strawberry or a mint and all these other things. And it's like nobody's doing it, but at the same time, it'd be like an extra $1 for each one of your protein shakes, and it's like, who wants to pay for that?
Yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah, so we kind of just dropped that idea because that was where the whole thing where power was coming from. It was adding more power to what you were going to be doing. And then, yeah, so gave up on that and then just started the line, and it's pivoting. Pivoting is the whole name of the game.
Yeah, in this space. So what products do you currently have?
So right now we've got our performance energy drink, Power Rush. I like to specifically say that because everyone, I mean, you guys have tried it, obviously. It's a decent pre-workout, but it's a really good pick-me-up. I'll take that every day over Bang, over Rain. I love Red Bull, but that's here nor there. Ours is still better. That shit's just delicious. But yeah, it's I mean, it's got everything you need as a really good like afternoon pick me up. But I mean, if you're not someone who's into taking high stim pre-workouts, it's also everything you need to get through a workout on there, and that's why we really love that product. We also have our sleep aid Power Down, really good for just a good night's sleep. It's not like these like tranquilizer products that are just gonna knock you out in like 20 minutes. It's something that keeps you asleep for like 6 hours if you're somebody that wakes up on and off, and then you wake up, I mean, just pop out of bed the next morning. It's one of the few supplements I've ever taken that's done that, where you're not just like comatose the next morning after. And then the other one we have is Protropic, which is again, this is the one we've got a trademark on it. I'm very proud of that one. It's we're one of the first companies that I've seen that's been using the science for gut and brain health, and then putting it together so that you're making sure that your digestive tract is breaking down the nutrients to be able to fuel your brain, while we're also including adaptogens and choline sources, so that you're getting both sides of that. Basically, kind of. What do I want to say on there? It's kind of like a support supplement for the vagus nerve, which plays into a lot of different parts on there. But the stress control from that, and then also while you're dialed in from taking it, is just it's a really great product, honestly.
Heck yeah, yeah. So good line. Do you want to touch on some teasers maybe coming for the brand, or anything y'all are looking at? Or...
Yeah, so we as you guys know, we launched a couple new flavors at the end of the year. We redid our lemon limeade and then also dropped our peach tea. The response to those has been incredible. So probably the next thing that we have coming is going to be some new flavors of Power Rush, especially being that we're in the space of, this is performance energy drink. Flavors is the name of the game. So even though it's not something that, people are talking like, oh, when are you guys going to make a high stim? When are you going to do this? Our clientele doesn't give a shit about that. They want to try a different flavor every month. And so far I got only 2 months for them. So so I got to get some other things on there. We've got some really cool ideas that we're working with. We're right now working with something. I don't want to go too far with it, but we're partnering with someone, and they will be getting their own flavor branded version of Power Rush, which will be pretty cool. We also have a couple new capsule products that'll be coming out. I can't even start on those ones because they're so far away. But some really cool things. We've been doing a ton of work with Protropic. The first one that we had was a really, like I said, I mean, there's no one else that was putting like probiotics with adaptogens to see what was going to happen on there. And we found out a lot of great research on there. Primarily, if anyone's watching and looking forward to that, fiber was a big key that was missing to that. Adding it into your diet while you were taking it was incredible, but we're thinking about switching from a capsule to a powder. So it's almost going to be like falling into the space of like Metamucil almost, which I can't believe they're even still a fucking company. Like, how has no one like even gone up against them like in like 60 years?
I was gonna say they've been around since forever.
Oh my god, yeah, dude, you just have orange flavored fiber and everyone's just like, that's it, done, seal it up.
Maybe that's why all the older people, they took all that stuff way back when, and they've lasted way longer than our generation.
Yeah, dude.
Maybe that's what it was.
That's it, dude. I'm just going to get me some Metamucil and some Centrum Silver and call it a day.
Oh, gosh. Well, it sounds like you guys have a lot in the works. and definitely looking forward to it. And back to the flavor thing, yeah, when you talk about energy drinks or any kind of pick me up type thing, nowadays, like you said, flavor is the name of the game anymore. And one thing with flavoring nowadays, Alphaline, talking about just in general the supplements, 2 years ago, they really took off with the limited edition, Christmas, Halloween editions. And now every year it's like another one. And those have just, I think, really kicked the industry into it. Now you see, 6-7 companies releasing limited edition and flying off the shelves left and right, So I think nowadays that is one of the big things that you got to really shift to, looking at the market. So look forward to it.
I mean, especially because right now where we're at, there's not a ton of innovation in ingredients that's happening right now. I mean, we've gotten until like there's some really big clinical studies coming out. I mean, we're digging we're scraping the bottom of the barrel is really what it comes down to. And hyping a new product is the easiest way to sell something. So doing a limited edition where you don't carry a huge inventory of it, you hype the crap out of it for 2-3 weeks, and then just unloading it on the market. It's the easiest marketing you can do without boobs, butts, and biceps. And it's just what it is. And I mean, there's the flavor combinations that are coming out now, the technology on it of, being able to mix all of these ingredients together is blowing just, your fruit punch and blue raz and chocolate protein shakes out of the water. I mean, it's really funny too, because this is something that like we believe in as a brand, is that we try to stay away from like child looking flavors. Like you're not going to see us do like a Bomb Pop or like anything unicorn branded and things like that, just because, I mean, they're dietary supplements. They're meant for adults. Stop making them look like kids' products. I've got 2 nephews that are constantly just like, oh, what's that? I want to try it. And they're just doing that because I'm drinking it. They don't even know what it tastes like.
Yeah. No.
So, making it look like something on the shelf that they want as well, too, we always try to stay away from. But like, I mean, yeah, the fact that you can get like a pre-workout that tastes like a baby bottle pop is like insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a changing industry. But back real quick, maybe we should do an event, boobs, butts, and biceps. That sounds like an awesome event to me.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, look, it works for a reason.
Maybe that's the next TNS party. Maybe we could talk to Jacob and them about that.
Yeah.
I'm so confident he'll be on board with that.
Yep.
I have a feeling as well. So, all right, Derek, you want to hop on the next question?
Yeah. So, what's been the biggest challenge you're facing, or you recently faced, and how are you currently overcoming that, or how did you overcome that?
So Corey and I were actually just talking about that, but there's a little bit that I can't release on that right now. But one of the biggest things that we've had has been coming down to actually manufacturing. There is such a curtain that is up over manufacturing, even just to the brand, that there's like, I don't understand why. I mean, everyone's so welcoming. They're always just like, yeah, you can come to our facility whenever. They don't care about seeing the processes. But I mean, we were out of stock of Power Rush from anyone who didn't catch that. Last year, we had our entire inventory get wiped. The storage facility we were holding it at, their HVAC broke on them on 4th of July weekend, and our entire product line clumped up. Everything I had was gone. We didn't have product from July until November, and my original manufacturer was they told us that they would get a rush order in for us. It'd be back in like 3-4 weeks. 6 weeks later, they were like, hey, your labels didn't get approved, so we need to go back to the drawing. I'm like, you guys didn't start making it yet? I'm like, I was expecting this shit at my door 2 weeks ago. Where have you been? So there's that. There's the lack of communication. And then after I started sending some samples out to other manufacturers to try and get it replicated, it wasn't until the manufacturer that we're with now said, hey, we don't even know if this is making label claims. Like, you guys are claiming that there's no color additives on this, and your shit should be bright pink if there's no coloring in it. And I mean, I'm about to even drop a lawsuit on my original manufacturer because they were like, there's no color in there. We have all these other things and everything. And there's other than getting it third party tested, which is almost like $2,000, or I think what is it? It's like $500-600 per ingredient, which like luckily for us it's 6 ingredient panel. It wouldn't be breaking the bank, but as a small company, $3,000 just to double check your manufacturer for the shit you already paid for. It's really annoying. Like, that's not a cost I want to have. I want to buy a demo booth so I can go to, do something bigger and, step and repeat in like a big tent and like not just double check the guy that made it. It's really annoying for that. And that's probably the biggest hurdle, is getting through and vetting manufacturers. It's the guy we have now is super reputable, unbelievably lucky that he even answered my email to be making our product, so I'm very grateful for that. But it's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I mean, touching on manufacturers, and that's the sad part about this industry is, as brands, you pay for a manufacturer who you have to trust is putting the right ingredients that you're asking for, approved, whatever, appropriately. But then you have to get it third-party tested just to checks and balances. That doesn't make sense. That should be something that is regulated in some form or fashion, way more, and it would be more cost efficient. Even if the manufacturers had to just up the price just a smidge more, it would work out so much better for the industry. That I see so many people who have those issues with manufacturers. One, they put some crap that they didn't even ask for in there, whether it be metal or they're running it through a machine that has some other ingredient going through it. So that is one big issue with the industry. But once you find, like you said, a good manufacturer that's reputable, quality, you definitely have it nailed down to the T. Yeah,
100%, man. I had no idea that was going to be like, that was one of the things starting up, is like, you were like, everyone emails you back in like 2 seconds. It's like, oh my gosh, the service that we're getting from these guys is incredible. Everyone's bending over backwards to get a new company on here. And then like after you place that order, it just is like,
it's just like anything else. They get that cash in hand, and then it's kind of like, well, we got what we need, so now we'll just give you the sloppy service. So
exactly,
it's sad. All right, so we'll keep it moving here. So this is a big question. How do you continue to learn in order to stay on top of things within an industry that's changing daily?
And we're both a part of the supplement SNOOP group, has actually been a huge learning tool for us. And it's not even just the community, the giveaways, all that fun stuff, but it's the people that you're in there with who are scouring the internet, trying to find the most obscure supplements and ingredients to just post something about it and just be like, has anyone heard about this? Like, has anyone tried it? What are your thoughts on it? Getting that to just so you can go back and do your own research on it's almost like the first step is already done for you. You don't have to go research it. Everyone's just asking questions. You just kind of have to hop on the bandwagon. And that's been huge for us on there. The other thing is just kind of looking for inspiration in obscure places is another thing to really keep innovation alive. I mean, we're not going to be the company that's going to be putting out just another BCAA or like another like non-stim pump formula, just because that's not really who we are. I would rather sponsor, a bunch of like surfers and skateboarders and action sports stuffs as opposed to bodybuilders. So making products that fit more into a general health style that's where we fall into better. And luckily that's an evolving industry right now, like that whole little niche market on there. So the innovation that's happening in that space, you're pulling the things that people are doing with adaptogens right now, just different strains of mushrooms and everything like that has been, you can pick anything you want, just start mixing them together. And it's been some crazy results.
Yeah, definitely. I think you answered maybe the next two questions, but we'll dive into them, Derek, if you want to jump right into that and just see if he has anything to add.
Yeah, as a supplement brand owner, what's the biggest area of the industry that you're curious about, and why?
Wow, you're like the first person to ask me that. Holy shit. There's a lot of We're gonna have to edit this out for time because give me a second to think on that one.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. You're good.
Man, I don't even know. I mean, I would always like to know what other people's like analytics are when it comes to like for example, like when you get a booth at like the Olympia and like how many samples you have to give out to what that that customer acquisition cost is to being like, okay, we're going to give out 30,000 samples. What do you think our conversion rate's going to be on there? Like that, the amount of money that goes into making samples to do that style of marketing, of just guerrilla marketing, you know, just throwing samples in a bag like it's Halloween for people, to actually get your product noticed and then come back. Obviously packaging is important for that, and then having something that tastes good on there too. But like that blows my mind that companies can show up there, give out, I mean, tens of thousands of dollars worth of product in a weekend. And I mean, like smaller brands just go there and go bankrupt. Like it's crazy.
Yeah. Well, yeah. BXP and Bang giving out cases of energy drinks every day down there. So
right.
It's like, which I mean, they've been around since I was born, probably like a brand. So, I mean, but it's like you said, that is a very interesting thought process. You know, it doesn't, you know, trying to understand the analytics around different things. That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, I think you touched on this briefly, but you might be able to dive a little. What helps inspire you or your team and brings out the best ideas?
So first and foremost, my team, we didn't really get to talk much at the TNS, but a little bit. But my team is unique. When we get together, we don't really get much done. Like I said, we've been friends for entirely too long. So Slack is pretty much where most of our motivation comes from. So we know that, like, you know, we have an Instagram channel where we just send memes and bullshit. We have a text channel where we just bullshit. And then things that pop up on Slack is normally like, hey, I found this article. I like what they're doing with this. This company's got some pretty cool things that they're going at. Maybe we should, like, you know, take a look at what they're doing and where they're getting innovation from. But yeah, that's kind of it on there. I mean, normally a couple times couple weeks or so, we'll get together and do like a bunch of filming for content creation and things like that. But it's, my guys are unique. Is really all we got to say for that one.
A typical friend circle. You know, I mean, that's how it is. You know, that's where the best. Well, normally, let's say 90% of the time, that's where the best things in life come from, is your circle of friends, or, you know, whatever it may be. But I understand where you're coming from. We're the same way. We're the same way.
Yeah.
All right, D, if you want to keep it moving.
All right. So where can your viewers find, I guess, you and your partners and your brand? So online.
Instagram is where we have it's where most of our attention goes to. So Instagram, or, you know, at PWR supplements. We're always on there. You can ever reach out to us in a DM. We always get back to everybody. Twitter, we're also on there as well too. Very responsive there. I love Twitter. It's places hell's playground. There, and we've done everything we can to try and limit ourselves from Facebook. I can't stand that place. You can message us there, but like it might take a day or two for us to get back. Other than that, our products are listed on Amazon. We're on eVitamins, and then you always can go to our website as well too, pwrpowersupplements.com. There's a comment section too if you wanted to drop something on there. We read those fairly regularly too. So.
Well, to touch on the DMs and Instagram real quick, what's the weirdest DM you've gotten before? Oh my gosh.
We get, especially when we were first getting started, we had like we had someone on our team that was specifically for social media. But on top of that, Instagram's algorithms weren't as intrusive as they are now. So you could just have a bot running at all times, and we had incredible reach at the time because of that. But we would just get DMs from dudes asking for sponsorships and just like sending us like just gym, like shirtless pictures of them in the mirror. Like there was a point where I was just like, Jesus Christ, is this what like girls? Is this what, like, you know, like female influencer accounts feel like, where they're just like, you know, getting like these unsolicited dick pics all the time, and it's like literally some dude in his boxers just like standing there in the mirror just. And I mean, like, just all like the whole like a little requested section. There was at least 30 or 40 of them in there. Just like, you know, I started a fitness page. I've got 12 followers. You know, follow me on my journey. Send me free product. And I'm just like, yeah, my guy. Here's a coupon code. Best of luck, my dude.
Oh gosh, yeah. I'm sure it's been. Yeah, that's why I wanted to ask that. I just had to hear it. Oh gosh. All right. So we are gonna end this. Well, we got one last question, and it's gonna be some off the wall question. So this is how we're gonna end our segment. So today we're gonna go with, if you could have dinner with any 3 people, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
Oh God damn it! I hate this question. I feel like someone asked me this on a job interview one time, and I didn't get the job because of it. Oh shit.
We do have a backup question just in case.
No, I'll get it. I don't know why, but I always thought having a beer with George W. Bush would be incredible. Regardless of what you think of he was as a president, but like the fact that he like stopped being a president to just like start painting, and he's just like a chill dude and stuff, like. Plus, like how he was represented in Harold and Kumar at Guantanamo Bay, like yeah. I just wanted to get his thoughts on that. So I think that would be cool. Someone cool to meet on there. Who's another one? Hate me for this one, but Zac Efron. This dude's just cool. Like if you ever just like see videos of him doing shit, he's just a cool dude. Like. Yeah. Like
that's fair.
He's like the guy that you want to be in your friend circle just to add value to the friend circle.
I can see that.
Yeah. So you got that one, and shit, you guys want to go grab some food?
There we go. Perfect.
The Supplement Kitchen boys, let's go do it. See you boys at Chipotle or Krispy Kreme or something.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Ooh, donuts. Yeah, we have this new thing. Anytime we go on a vlog or a trip now, we've got to get donuts every morning somewhere, and we do a donut review. So
I just went away a couple days ago, and I was passing a Krispy Kreme on the way home because they don't have them by me. The closest one's like an hour and a half away. So I picked up 2 dozen, and not all for me. I had to, kind of. There's a lot of people that were looking for them, but holy shit, I made French toast out of a Krispy Kreme donut yesterday.
I've seen somebody make waffles and stuff out of them.
Right, dude. Those things are. God sent them personally. They're little angel wings.
Hey, I can do me some donuts, man. Now that's the donut guy right there.
Yeah, donut king. Yeah.
Oh, word? Shit.
Oh, yeah. Got a full scale built up. Oh yeah, full ranking system. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to tune in on that channel then. Holy hell.
Oh yeah.
Well, next TNS party we're all out, we're gonna go get donuts.
Yeah.
And a beer.
Dude, I'm so down. I'm so down.
Oh, okay. So the last thing that I want to end on, and I'll give you time, Derek, as well, is there anything that we didn't ask you that you would like to add to this interview? Any questions or anything?
It always sounds like I'm like so pompous trying to say like, oh, here's the points of my brand that you guys didn't really hit. No, like you guys, if we didn't already talk about it through my company's marketing, then I'm doing a shit job of running my company. So if there's anything that anyone feels that they need to ask us, we are the most open and transparent people that could possibly exist, even if it involves shitting on some of my own products and past decisions that I've made. Anyone can just reach out to us, and at any point we're always willing to talk to anybody about anything regarding formulations, like our ingredient panels, business decisions, anything like that. That's a good point. I'll give you a a fun one for that. The worst decision we've ever made as a company was when we tried to use marketing. So we always like to give away something free that comes in every package that you get. Whenever you order us from something, you guys have gotten the funnels from us. We did sunglasses last summer, which were a huge hit. But before that, we were drinking a little bit at one of our meetings, and we thought it would be hilarious to put fortune cookies in with each one of our orders. So we found a company that made personalized fortune cookies, and we put like little jokes on the inside of them, and they were all good. You know, I loved them. I thought it was hilarious. Every one we sent out, the fortune cookies were broken by the time they got there. so we didn't really see that through. They make terrible packing materials. And then, of course, there's always someone who, we offended a couple people by, we got pretty big in the gaming community, and we sent it to a few Asian people, just not even thinking about it. And they were just like, yo, what the hell is this? Are you sending fortune cookies to me because I'm Asian? And we're like, no, open them up, dude. Like, there's jokes on the inside. Come on, man. And they're like, oh, all right. Well, you guys should have thought that through better. And we're like, we know. So that's
all. I mean,
yeah, that was awesome. The worst decision we've made by far to date was pulling the trigger on that without any market research.
Hey, trial and error, right?
Yeah, a lot of people liked them. They were funny.
I don't know anybody that doesn't like fortune cookies.
Right? Normally, it's a nice treat after you're done your Chinese food.
I don't eat them. I look at what's inside of them.
We had some good jokes in there. It was what is it? Stop skipping leg day was one of them. Shit about cardio. I can't remember it. I don't remember. There was about like 6 or 7 of them in there, and some really off the wall ones that had nothing to do with anything, that were just one-liners.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. All right, D, you got anything else that you wanted to throw in here?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go ahead and wrap things up here. Will, first of all, I want to thank you for joining us here, man. We greatly appreciate you jumping on and spending a little bit of time with us.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Definitely plan some of these going forward, and hopefully some in-person stuff down the road.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Looking forward to that.
All right, guys. Well, at this point, we're all done. We'll talk to you guys later.
Sounds good. See ya.